Hey there, Chase here from Team Disco, here to give you a really quick tour of what makes our platform different. We believe that creating powerful learning experiences shouldn't happen by eating up months of your time, and learners deserve better than boring one-size-fits-all courses that leave them feeling disconnected. So while most learning platforms focus on pushing content at people, we take a different approach focused on real transformation that happens when learning is social, personal, and more hands-on. And so let me show you what that looks like. First, you can set up a fully branded, beautiful academy in minutes. You can upload your logo and all of your brand assets like your colors and adjust the navigation to only include the core components that make sense for your academy. From there, Disco will actually generate stunning visuals and experiences that match your brand identity perfectly. So as you start creating programs, the default images are in your brand colors and feel. We've also designed Disco around really flexible building blocks and apps, which means that you can create unique spaces for different member groups throughout your community. And you can mix and match things like content by having lesson libraries, by having discussion channels or just general discussions, and for having forums and feeds for things like announcements inside of them. You can also build custom dashboards for unique experiences like the For You page, where members can have a personalized experience for when they land inside of Disco to ask questions, to ask AI, to jump back into the recent learning programs that they were just in, to jump back into content that they've recently viewed, or to see what relevant posts and events are coming up for them. You can also create custom pages for things like a getting started page to welcome members when they first arrive. And all of these, you can use various different blocks. So you can add these blocks, you can drag and drop them across either a 2-column layout or a single column layout to build the pages that make sense for you. So here we've got a nice For You page for members to land on for a personalized experience, a getting started page for the first time experience. We've also created a nice little leaderboard page to have some gamification within the community and drive members towards engagement. You can also have a member directory to showcase all the different members so that other members can search and find members that are related to them. And where the real magic starts to happen is in curating what this member experience actually looks like. So you can go into your admin area, and in the member area, you can create really rich member profiles through adding these custom profile fields. This will allow you to create a really seamless onboarding experience for members where you can actually ask them a bunch of questions around what they're looking to get out of your academy, where they're currently at, and you can use the answers to these questions to then build out automations to create specific groups for sub-segments of your members. So for example, here, I've got an automation for group creation that takes the member onboarding completed and has conditional branches to put members into specific groups based on the profile fields that they're filling out. So from there, you can see that we've got some groups created. In this example, I've created specific groups for the product team and the GTM team here at Disco. And now I can start curating tailored personalized experiences for those two particular groups. From there, this is where our AI program generator makes things really seamless to actually generate unique experiences for those members. So I can go over to my learning area and I can click to generate a new program right here. I can select the AI program generation or select one of the templates down below that are set up for things like a cohort-based course or a self-paced course or an event series. So different types of programs that you can create inside of Disco. I'm going to go ahead and click the AI generated one. This is where I can attach a bunch of sources. So I can attach a bunch of my intellectual property knowledge that belongs to me and pull in things from the web search or from the broader community inside of Disco. So for this example right here, I could attach specific content or specific media. In this example, I'm going to grab this agentic experience design playbook right here and use that as my primary source. I'm going to obviously fill out a really wonderful prompt right here. I'm actually just going to grab one that I have handy and copy and paste it into here. Grab this. And so now I have a really robust prompt that includes the type of program that I want to create, who I want to create this program for, what some of the learning objectives are, a little bit about the core structure. So how many modules, lessons, quizzes, and hands-on assignments I want to include. And then I'm going to just hit generate and let Disco AI start working its magic. So from there, Program Generator is going to take my prompt. It's also going to look through all of my sources, and it's going to start building a preview over on the right-hand side in the canvas right here. Once this is generated, I can actually start editing things either conversationally through the chat, or I can select specific components inside of my curriculum on the right-hand canvas and then choose to put an input in directly on that. So when it's all ready, we'll get a preview right over here on the right-hand side of the canvas. We can see the title here with a little description about the program. It'll kind of go over the type, and you can see the time duration right here. And down here, it'll give a curriculum preview. So shows the 4 modules that I asked it for, the 12 lessons, 4 assignments, and 4 quizzes. Scrolling down, I can see kind of what the breakdown looks like here. So it'll break down into each of the individual modules, give a little overview of what the lessons for those modules are going to look like, the knowledge check quiz, and the assignment that I asked it for each. And so again, like I mentioned, you can jump over here into the chat along the left-hand side here and either prompt to change the entire curriculum if you would like to do that, or you can hover over particular elements, like maybe I want to make adjustments to module number 2 as a whole, or maybe I'd like to make adjustments to this particular lesson to refocus it around something in particular. After you've gone through here and collaboratively edited it with AI, you can give it a name up here. I'm going to call this Agentic Experience Design Cohort May right here. Awesome. So once this is all ready to go, you can hit generate, and this will start generating in the background. And when it's all ready, it'll notify you. You can continue to do work elsewhere until this gets finally generated for you. When the program's all set up, you'll see that it created the program. It provided nice images for the banner, for the cover photo, and for all the individual lessons and events within the actual program itself. You can see down here, it's built out the wonderful curriculum with those 4 modules that I've asked for. And if you go into each of these modules, you can see it's giving me the 3 lessons within that time duration that I asked it for, the knowledge check quiz, and the assignment. Down below, we can see other things that we added into the course, like events, channel discussions, if it's something like a social cohort-based program. From there, as the admin, you can jump into each of these individual lessons, assignments, quizzes, and edit from there. So you can see this is the lesson that's been created. Again, nice cover image, and it's produced a really robust, in-depth lesson on this particular topic. At the end of all of these lessons, we also have Ask AI suggested prompts down here. So for members, they can actually drill into learn more about this particular topic. So if they had more questions, they can select into it, and that'll open up Ask AI along the right-hand side. So they can see the context of the actual lesson that they just consumed, and then they can drill deeper by getting an answer that'll take in context from this particular course. And at the end of it, we can see that it's attached the sources that are being used for the answer, along with some related questions that they can drill into to get into even deeper. So whether a member is within a lesson content at a particular time, or they just have questions that they want to come to Ask AI to answer, they can jump right in here and ask a question anytime. This allows for a greater personalized layer into a member's learning experience to get questions answered no matter when they want. From there, we can continue to just refine the experience by adjusting the curriculum, by adding additional events into the program, and by starting to program actual discussion questions into our discussion channel. For the member, they can, if they're in multiple programs, they can actually access all of the events rolled up throughout the Academy area, or within particular programs through the Events tab. They can see all of their discussions through the Chat tab, so that no matter how many programs they're actually involved in, they can always go to focused areas to actually make sure they're not missing out on any of the good details. As an admin, of course, we've got this control center where we can control the content, the programs, the members, build automations to drive engagement, and of course, jump into various different insights reports so we can actually track engagement across the broader academy, or look at particular learning programs to see how our members are engaging within those programs. For all of these reports, we do also have Disco AI suggested actions. So if members are falling behind, we have handy little actions here to actually re-engage those members who are maybe inactive and motivate members who haven't actually started. Hopefully this was really helpful. We can't wait to show you more about Disco